Team PokeColors family, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, press a like, subscribe down below. You guys already know we have some PSA returns to go over today, so let's get right into today's video and not waste any more time. Oh, also, I want to say thank you to everyone who has used code TPCVaultX on either Amazon.com if you're in the US or VaultX, VaultX's website or VaultX.com. I do want to say thank you so much. I do earn just a teeny weeny bit if you guys use that code, and I do want to say thank you for all of you that have used the code. A lot of these are Team PokeColors member Alex's cards, and I do want to say that he is planning on making some content this summer. He's got to get a desk. He's got to get set up and he's got to get a desk. But once he does, he's going to be making videos. The thumbnails will be a little bit different, just because I'll have to distinguish a me video versus a him video, right? So taking a look today, we're going to be looking at these PSA cards that he graded. So funny enough, this card here got a 10, and I'll put the price on the screen down here somewhere. This card I actually traded to him, and I only traded it to him because I thought, like, the centering's kind of off left to right, I thought, and, you know, sure enough, he grades it and gets a 10, so big L on my part there, so missed out on this PSA 10 opportunity for this card. Honestly, it's really cool, and you got a very tiny Pokemon cameo of a Murkrow flying around outside of the temple there, so super cool card. Another PSA 10 from Chilling Rain. This is a Rugged Helmet gold card. Just a trainer from Chilling Rain. I mean, it's pretty cool. These cards are just some that he's been wanting to get graded for a while, so that's kind of why they're kind of random. He's really big into full art trainers as well, so here's another PSA 10 full art trainer that honestly I was surprised this came back at 10, because if you look, I think the top's a little bit thicker than the bottom, and maybe a little bit more on the left and right. Like left to right is off, but guess they're handing out 10s left and right these days. So maybe grade some cards if you want some 10s. Next up, we have the Radiant Charizard from Crown Zenith. Might be seeing that grade there, a 7. It's kind of funny. So if I was looking at this, I'm like, why did this get a 7? I do not see why this got a 7. Like, it looks fine on the front centering wise, right? Flip it around. What is that? That spec is inside the case there. The back looks pretty well centered, and there's no like whitening or edge wear or anything. But if you look right here, starting at the top going all the way down, there is a like weird crease indentation going on. I don't know if you guys can see that. It almost is right in line with the blue border of the back of the card, but it does start kind of like right there, and then it runs all the way down through that card. And I was thinking, like, how could this have happened? Like, he had it in a binder. Maybe, you know, he slid it into a binder and it like hit the side or something too hard. Maybe dented it a little bit. And it's really not that visible from the front. So yeah, just a weird occurrence for this type of like damage on a card, because it goes all the way through the card. You can see it, you know, top to bottom. I wonder if it's a factory error or something, but either way, it graded a 7, which kind of sucks because it is a really cool artwork. This one I was sure was going to get a 10, in my opinion. I'm pretty sure I actually pulled this, but the top to bottom ratio centering on the front must be a little bit too off for them to give it a 10. But I don't know. Last submission that he sent in had graded a full art trainer with like a similar, you know, thin strip at the bottom, and they gave it a 10 as well. So I don't know. Maybe this one was just too off for them to give it a 10. That's my prediction. But still, a full art trainer and a 9's not bad, I don't think. This one got an 8, which is kind of upsetting, because I was like, man, you could get. He's got one of the Chilling Rain alternate arts in a 10, and some other, or he's got the full art Caitlyn, I believe, in a 10. So he wanted to grade Chilling Rain trainers because he's got a lot of them. This one got an 8. Looking at it, I really don't see any damage or anything. It might have just been poor centering, but really it's not that badly centered, so I don't know where they found issues with this card, because I looked at it and I'm like, I don't see anything like, you know, like that Charizard, right, where there's like a dent or crease or anything. But oh well, sometimes it'd be like that. Next up, we got a Articuno GX Shiny Full Art from Hidden Fates. This obviously got a 9 because of the front centering. I've actually graded this card in a 10. It was from my first submission. We reviewed him on the channel, I think almost, yeah, a little over a year ago. And now at this point when I got him back, sold it, unfortunately, because I kind of like this card. But yeah, left to right centering with these GXs is a lot more difficult to grade in a 10 because the difference is a lot more visible compared to some of the Sword and Shield, you know, borders are a little bit easier to interpret as centered or not centered. Mawile GX from Unified Minds. Unified Minds. Super cool, you know, artwork overall. Another one I thought would have graded a 10, but I don't know why it didn't. Maybe there's something on the surface somewhere. Oh, is that a... Yeah, that's the thing, like, I don't know if this is maybe like what it could have caused it, that little speck there. I don't know if that's part of the case or the card or something PSA did, like, I don't know. But centering on the front maybe is just off, left to right, top to bottom, maybe that's why, I don't know. And then before we get to this one, I do want to show these two. These were my personal cards. This card here, just wanted to get it graded. It's my first ever rainbow card that I pulled. I actually pulled it during Team Up, when Team Up was like the newest set. Pulled it from one of those like tins that we opened on the channel that had those Steam Siege packs. So back then they actually had Team Up packs, so that was cool to pull this, being my first rainbow. And I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna grade it. I know it's not gonna get a 10 because we could visibly tell the bottom is like a lot thinner than the top, and left to right's not too bad, I think. But like I said, the GXs are just so hard to grade, regardless of what set they're from. So graded this, first ever rainbow I pulled, so you know, I have value personally to it regardless of monetary value. And then lastly, another personal collection item here, Ho-Oh GX from it's a promo from the Shining Legends box. Got this from a card store way back in the day, like 2019, back when Shining Legends was still on shelves for clearance prices. Super cool card though. I love Ho-Oh, and this artwork in the rainbow form I think just looks really neat. So I'll take a 9, and I don't know if it got a 9 because of the surface here. Like, I don't know if that's part of the artwork there. Like, you see those like weird kind of vertical like smudges here. Like, I don't know if that's part of the artwork or if that is like damage. But yeah, I think it's centering. Centering's pretty off on the front, top to bottom. Otherwise, yeah, it's a little off the back too. So either way, still got a PSA 9. And then to satisfy my needs of owning another PSA 10, got this guy off of eBay for a nice little price, little $30 pickup. Like I said, one of my favorite artworks of this set, Crown Zenith here, and a PSA 10 only goes for $30. So I was like, you know what, why not? Why not? Why spend my own money to, you know, try to grade my own cards and then break up my binder set when I can just get this one? And sometimes that's the easier way to go. Like, grading yourself can be fun, but you could also end up with, you know, PSA 7s that you didn't think were going to get 7s. And on the note of this card, to finish off today's video, I do want to say I am planning on coming out with a series, if you will, of underrated artworks, not cards to invest in. No, not cards to invest in, because can't do that anymore. But I do want to show some artworks that I have in my personal collection that I think are pretty underrated. This is going to be one of them featured in that video, just to give you guys kind of a sense of what I'm talking about. And for reference, maybe, you know, if I had to choose any of these ones out of these slabs, I don't know. Sometimes looking at artworks, like, I guess this Charizard art's pretty underrated. You know, it's a pretty cheap Charizard overall, I think. Maybe not now that Crown Zenith has been out a while, but you got a lot going on here, and it's a Radiant Shiny Charizard. Like, I don't know. That's kind of my thoughts on that series. So if you're interested in watching that series, let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, I am probably going to be starting a giveaway on my Twitter. So follow me on Twitter. We're almost to 500 followers over there, and we're past 5,000 subscribers. So now we are trekking on our way to 10,000 subscribers. Hopefully hit it by the end of the year. Got a lot of content planned up here, and it's written down, so expect more videos to come. and we'll see you in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.